Welcome along then, ladies and gentlemen, friends of G Addict Racing League. Welcome back to this next round of our season, as we are here for the G Addict Formula 1 Japanese Grand Prix in 2022 on the F1 22 game. It's round 2 of our first season of G Addict Racing League. Suzuka, Japan is where we are right now for the next race, as we had a very nice race in the last round on Bahrain that was. But now we're here on the Suzuka International Racing Course, as we are looking at the track. The 3 sectors over here, it's a very twisty and very technical circuit. It's an 18 corner circuit with an elevation change of 40.4 meters and with only one DRS zone, which will be very important during the race for the overtaking. Over here we see the 130R corner, which is full throttle for pretty much all drivers. As we're going on to the starting grid for today's race, as we see DC, who lines up on pole position, Jemmy with a 3-place grid penalty, slotting in on P2. Looking down to the rest of the grid, we have Regic on P3, Jordan on P4, Cas in the other McLaren on P5, F1 kit for the Haas on P6. P7 goes to the other Haas of Nemes, and Antrax Robin in the Alpine slots in on P8. On P9, Dan Screen in the other Aston Martin, TTV Bob the Shark in the AlphaTauri on P10, and Sefka on P11 slots in at the back of the grid. If you want to see the full qualifying and race, be sure to go to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/GA Racing League, and let's head down to the track and let's see who comes out on top today. As we're going to the lights, as we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights on in front of the drivers, and it's lights out and away we go. And who will have the better start here? And DC has a good start, and I think the Red Bull has a good start as well. The Jemmy falling a little bit back due to his penalty, but he is going very great there. Onto a alright start, I think. He served his 3-place grid penalty as driving again onto the top positions. This is a good start for the Alfa Romeo. No, we don't have Alfa Romeo. The AlphaTauri has a more start. It's a good start for Sefka, by the way. He's going to gain 2 places, but a good start for the Aston Martin nonetheless. So we have the starting position with Jemmy also on the hard compound of tires, together with Antrax, F1 kit, Sefka and Bob the Shark. Oh, and we have a spin. Oh, we have a big spin there. People have avoided the crashing. F1 kit has retired from the session together with Nemesis. And that was a big crash with the teammates, I think.
I am stupid.
It looks like the safety car has been deployed, and let's see who is still standing there. Yeah, it's both the Haas drivers that are out of the race. No message yet. There it is. Safety car in this lap. The safety car will go in at the end of this lap. So Regic can determine the pace from now on. Regic will be able to determine when he is going onto full throttle and when the race is starting. But we will have at least a good amount of racing left, as he's trying to slow down all the drivers behind him. He's lining them up. He's trying to caught them napping. But after this straight, after the corners, he's putting full throttle, and it's green, green, green. It's all to play for now, as DC has a good restart there. And Regic is trying to block him off onto the inside, defending, but onto the inside DC was looking to try and put the overtake onto Regic for the lead, but he didn't manage to get it through. They're still onto the medium compound of tires where they started the race with, so they do have to pit again. But this was a good restart there for the Red Bull driver in front, keeping the lead of the race. A very good job for this particular driver. And let's see what happens in the back for the hard compound of tires. The hard compound of tires are close to each other. I think they have a good restart as well. And Sefka, oh, and the Red Bull spins! The Red Bull spins! He's out of the race. The Red Bull in the leading position has crashed and will not be able to compete into the race anymore. He crashed out. That was a very hard crash for the Red Bull driver, for Regic. It's very sad to see. And again, the full course safety car has been brought out. As we take a look here on the replay from the onboard of DC, as we're going underneath the bridge, and he lost it on the curb. And on to lap 8, the end of lap 8. The safety car is going in this lap. Jordan can determine the pace from here. He will probably go after this corner right here, and he puts his thrower on right now. It's green, 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 and he lost the back end, and that means he is losing places. He's losing places all the way down to P6. As his own teammate took the P5 position. DC now gaining a place again onto P3. Good job by the Aston Martin driver. It's Jemmy leading the way now from Sevka, from DC, and the Sevka spins. Sevka spins. But we have a few drivers having drive-through penalties. No, not drive-throughs. The safety car went in this lap, and Jordan fell back a awful lot of places. But Dancing Rain is out of the race again as well. I think overcast is set here. Ooh, and Sevka's retired. Sevka is retired from the session. There's something happened there, and the safety car is again out. The safety car is deployed. It's the third safety car of this session. So will this be a link for Jemmy to go into the pit lane and change his tires he started the race with, or is he going to continue on the same set?
And there they are, Jemmy and DC boxing both for softer, and also they're gonna deserve the penalty for the overtaker on Jordan, which is kind of unfortunate for them. Jemmy gets a little bit hold up at the restart, and DC, there we see DC. DC actually goes it into him, but he's ahead.
But Bob the Shark is allowed to lead them away, as he will probably go after this corner right here, and he puts on the throttle, and DC is getting good with him. But DC on the soft compound tires, and DC going into the inside line. DC already taking the lead of the race. He's already in front, and the Ferrari of Jemmy wants to try and get advantage from that as well, but he won't get that advantage that easily. But he has the better tires, he has the quicker tires, and he will try to take the second position of TTV Bob the Shark there.
And we see the replay from Cass POV, goes into the pit lane, intermediate tires, gamble from the McLaren guy, sorry. He goes into the intermediates, but it's not raining yet.
Behind them it's F1 Kid, who's trying to get the move done on the McLaren onto the intermediates. He will have a better traction, and Jemmy has now been passing. Oh, and they touched! Jemmy and Bob the Shark touched, and Bob the Shark has crashed, but Bob the Shark is not out of the race. He only crashed with his nose into the barrier, so I think he will have front wing damage, and so he has to pit again for a new front wing. But they have crashed, they have touched, and again Antox is not having his best day onto the Suzuka International Racing course here. He spun again, but let's go to this battle here. And Jemmy is putting it alongside DC. DC with the inside line. Will DC have a better traction, or will the Jemmy have a better traction? Jemmy looks like to have a better traction. Jemmy is going around the inside for this turn here, and is looking very good. He took the position, but DC is still hanging in there, side by side racing, very close racing there from both drivers. And DC is still getting in front, but the DRS was disabled, so this means that we will definitely have a wetter track than before. This will also mean that they were probably going to pit for the intermediate tires at this lap. Jordan should be pitting now, I think. I hope he will be pitting. Yeah, he's pitting now. He is definitely pitting now, I think. No, he didn't. He didn't pit. Why didn't he pit? Antrax unlapped himself. I am not understanding why Jordan is not pitting. Jordan is playing with fire right now. DC is now literally on his tail and is making sure he will plenty overtake on the best possible spot. But Jordan is holding up the drivers and he is gone off the track. He is gone off the racing track. And this was, I think, predictable because he is still on slicks and not on the intermediate compound tires. This is a typical situation of it's full wet, boys. There's a typical thing here as he probably spun out or is driving very slow. As we take a look at the replay here from the backhand from Brim, I think, or no, it was Jordan. Jordan on the hard compound tires, DC getting past on the right, and then, oh, that's a lot of damage for the Ferrari driver. That was a big amount of damage, but he is still able to continue. Let's take a look from Jemmy's onboard, as DC is going to the left hand side, and Jemmy got a little bit boxed in, and there got the damage. That's unfortunate, really, really, really unfortunate. SDC is going over the last couple of corners and is going to the finish line to win his first ever Grand Prix for GIRL, and he does it with a bang and takes Jemmy out as well. Jemmy on the P2 position, both drivers have crashed, but DC wins the race and Brim will take home third place, is completing the podium. Jordan will be taking P4 for the other McLaren. A good day for the McLaren drivers.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh my god, did you see the move? Did I go for it? Did I send it? Or didn't send it?
Yeah, you
send it! Oh, that was tough, guys. Oh, thank you.
Red Bull and the Aston Martin of Dancing Rain will not award any points, but DC will get the full points, I think also with the fastest lap. And that was the race, ladies and gentlemen.